Brother, let me tell you this, you are not broken. You are not less of a man. And what you're going through right now, the shame, the frustration, the silence you carry in your chest, it's more common than you think. Every man dreams of standing tall, confident, unshaken in the eyes of the woman he desires. But sometimes life hits harder than we expect. Stress, anxiety, past heartbreak, hidden insecurities, they creep in and steal what should be natural, leaving you doubting yourself. I know what it feels like to stare at the ceiling after a night that didn't go as planned. To replay the moment in your head until the shame grows louder than your heartbeat. To wonder, am I enough? But here's the truth, this is not the end of your story. It's not a death sentence. It's an invitation, an opportunity to heal, to grow, and to rise stronger. So today, I want to give you real answers. Not sugarcoating, not pity, but truth, strength, and clarity. Because your masculinity is not defined by one night, one failure, or one struggle. You are more, and you can rise again. Silence is heavy. It sits in the chest like a stone, and the longer you carry it, the more it convinces you that you are alone. When it comes to difficulties with maintaining an erection, silence is the enemy that slowly eats away at your confidence, your joy, and your very sense of self. The truth is, many men go through this, more than you can imagine. But because society tells us to man up, to always be strong, to never show weakness, we lock our struggles away. We build a wall around our pain, pretending it doesn't exist. Yet, every time you pretend, every time you smile while hurting inside, you give shame more power. Brother, listen, you are not broken. This is not the end of you. What you're experiencing does not make you less of a man. In fact, the moment you choose to face it, truly face it, you are already reclaiming your strength. Breaking the silence doesn't always mean shouting it to the world. It starts with a simple, honest conversation with yourself. Look in the mirror and say, yes, I am going through this. And yes, I am still worthy. I am still a man. I am still enough. That honesty is your first victory. It's like taking a key and unlocking a prison door you've been trapped behind. From there, the silence must break in your relationships too. If you have a partner, open up. Tell her the truth. Not the edited version, not the excuses, but the reality of what you're battling. You'll be surprised how much understanding, compassion, and even love can be born from that moment of vulnerability. And if you don't have a partner, find a brother, a mentor, or even a professional to talk to. Because carrying this burden alone is a weight no man is designed to hold forever. When you break the silence, shame loses its grip. Anxiety begins to loosen. And you discover that healing is not about pretending the problem doesn't exist, but about walking through it with courage. Remember, the strongest men are not those who hide their scars. The strongest men are those who face them head on and say, this will not define me. Have you ever noticed that your body seems to shut down at the exact moment your mind is overloaded? That's no coincidence. Stress is not just a feeling, it's a chain reaction. And when it piles up, it weighs on your mind, your emotions, and yes, even your performance in the bedroom. Think about it. Every day, you're juggling responsibilities, work deadlines, bills, family expectations, relationship pressure. And as men, we are often taught to push through, to carry the load without showing weakness. But here's the truth. Stress doesn't disappear just because you ignore it. It hides, it lingers, and it shows up in the most intimate parts of your life. Your erection is not just a physical response. It's a reflection of your mental and emotional state. When your mind is racing, when your heart is pounding with anxiety, your body simply cannot relax. And without relaxation, desire cannot flow. You can't expect your body to perform when your mind is drowning. This is why stress is called a silent killer. Not just of health, but of confidence, connection, and intimacy. And the more you try to force yourself to perform while stressed, the worse it gets. It becomes a cycle. Stress creates failure. Failure creates more stress. So how do you break the cycle? By reclaiming control over your inner world. That means learning to pause, to breathe, to build rituals that calm your mind and release the pressure. Exercise, meditation, prayer, journaling, or even a simple evening walk. These are not luxuries. They are lifelines. And let's not forget the power of letting go. Forgive yourself for the past. Release the fear of the future. Stress thrives in the what ifs that play on repeat in your head. But when you center yourself in the present, you take back your power. Brother, your strength is not measured by how much weight you can carry in silence. It is measured by your wisdom in knowing when to put the weight down. Your body is waiting for your mind to be still. Because when peace enters, performance follows. Your body is your first home. It's the foundation of your energy, your confidence, and your masculinity. Yet too many men neglect it, only paying attention when it begins to fail them. Brother, hear me clearly. If you want strength in the bedroom, you must build strength in your daily life. An erection is not just about desire. It's about blood flow, hormones, and vitality. And every decision you make, from the food you eat to the hours you sleep, is either fueling or fighting your manhood. That heavy fast food, the endless late nights, the alcohol, the cigarettes, they might give you a moment of pleasure, but they rob you of long-term strength. Think of your body like an engine. Feed it poor fuel, skip the maintenance, and it will break down when you need it most. But when you give it clean energy, nutrient-rich foods, water, exercise, rest, it runs smoothly, powerfully, without struggle. Physical health is not about chasing a six-pack or impressing people at the gym. It's about stamina, circulation, balance, and confidence. When you exercise, you're not just building muscle. You're teaching your body endurance. You're telling your heart to pump stronger, your blood to flow freer, your hormones to balance naturally. These are the very systems that power your erections. And let's talk about sleep. So many men underestimate its power. A tired body is a weak body. A man who does not rest cannot restore. Testosterone, energy, mental clarity, all of these are built during quality sleep. If you're sacrificing your rest for work or late night distractions, you are slowly draining the very fuel that keeps you alive and masculine. Brother, you must start seeing your health not as an afterthought, but as your wealth. Because without it, the money, the status, the relationships, you won't have the strength to enjoy them. The solution isn't drastic. It's simple. Consistent steps. Move your body daily, fuel yourself with real food, stay hydrated, rest deeply. These choices add up, and in time, you'll notice the difference, not only in the mirror, but in the moments that matter most. Your body is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. Treat it with respect, and it will give you the strength to rise every time. So many men believe that intimacy is a performance, that their worth in a relationship is measured by how long they last, how strong they are, or how many times they can prove themselves in the bedroom. But here's the truth, brother, when intimacy becomes a performance, it stops being connection. And when it stops being connection, anxiety takes the driver's seat. Performance anxiety is a thief. It whispers in your mind before you even begin. What if I can't do it this time? What if she loses interest? What if I fail again? These thoughts create pressure, and pressure kills desire. Your body cannot relax when your mind is in a war, but emotional intimacy, real, raw, vulnerable connection, is the antidote. Intimacy is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about making your partner feel safe, seen, and valued. It's about laughter, honesty, touch, and communication. When you shift your focus from proving yourself to connecting with her, you silence the noise in your head. Imagine this. Instead of entering the bedroom with fear, you enter with curiosity. Instead of focusing on what might go wrong, you focus on her smile, her warmth, the bond between you. That shift removes the scoreboard from the room and replaces it with trust. And here's the beauty. When you're emotionally open, your partner often responds with compassion, not judgment. She doesn't want a flawless machine. She wants a real man, a man she can feel close to, a man who lets her in. That vulnerability makes you magnetic because it shows courage, not weakness. The deeper the emotional intimacy, the less space there is for anxiety to rule. And when the pressure disappears, your body naturally responds with ease. So brother, stop trying to be perfect. Stop measuring your manhood by performance alone. Instead, build intimacy in the small moments. Conversations, laughter, gentle touches, honesty. Let your heart lead, not your fears. Because the truth is, the strongest connection you can create is not in the length of the act, but in the depth of the bond. And once that bond is strong, everything else flows naturally. Too many men carry silent battles because they believe seeking help makes them weak. From a young age, society teaches us real men figure it out on their own. But let me tell you something powerful, brother. Asking for help is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is strength. It is courage. Think about it. When your car breaks down, you don't sit inside hoping it fixes itself. You take it to a mechanic. When your phone freezes, you don't throw it away. You go to a technician. Yet when it comes to your body, your mind, and your masculinity, you convince yourself to push through. You suffer in silence when the truth is, professional help could bring you answers, solutions, and peace of mind. Doctors, therapists, coaches, these people exist to guide you, not to shame you. A doctor can check if your difficulties are linked to blood pressure, hormones, or other health conditions. A therapist can help you uncover emotional wounds, trauma, or stress that may be weighing on you. A coach can guide you with strategies to rebuild confidence and intimacy. There is no defeat in seeking help. The real defeat is letting pride keep you locked in the same painful cycle. Courage is walking into an office, sitting down, and saying, "I need answers. I want better for myself." That moment is not weakness. It is the first true step toward freedom. And let's be honest, the strongest men you admire, athletes, leaders, entrepreneurs, they all have mentors, trainers, advisors. They do not try to carry the load alone. Why should you? Brother, stop letting the fear of judgment steal your healing. The right professional will not laugh at you. They will not mock you. They will support you. They will give you the tools you need to rise stronger. So if you are struggling, make the call. Book the appointment. Take that step. Do it not just for yourself, but for the man you are becoming, for the relationships you want to build, for the life you deserve to live. Because real strength is not found in silence. It is found in action. And asking for help is one of the bravest actions you will ever take. For too long, society has told men that masculinity is about dominance, performance, and unshakable strength. We've been taught that if we stumble, if we fall short in any way, especially in the bedroom, our manhood is somehow in question. But brother, let me tell you, this truth masculinity is not about being flawless. It is about how you rise when life tests you. An erection does not define a man. A single night, a moment of weakness, or even a recurring struggle does not strip away your worth. True masculinity is deeper than physical performance. It lives in your character. Your resilience, your ability to love, protect, and lead with heart. Look back at history. The men we remember, the men we respect, were not remembered because they never failed. They are remembered because they kept moving forward despite their failures. They turned weakness into wisdom, pain into power, and obstacles into opportunities. That is the essence of being a man. Redefining masculinity means refusing to measure yourself by unrealistic standards. It means understanding that vulnerability is not weakness. It is authenticity. It means realizing that strength is not about how much you can hide, but how much truth you can carry with honor. When you begin to see masculinity this way, your confidence no longer rests on whether your body responds perfectly every time. Instead, it rests on your integrity, your consistency, and your willingness to grow. And ironically, it is this shift, this freedom from performance pressure, that often restores your natural power. Brother, stop trying to live up to an image that was never real. You are not less because you've struggled. You are not broken because you failed. You are a man in progress, and progress is far more powerful than perfection. So redefine your masculinity today. Let it be measured by your courage to face challenges, your patience with yourself, your compassion for others, and your ability to rise again and again. Because in the end, true manhood is not about what happens in one moment. It is about the legacy you build over a lifetime. Stand tall. Reclaim your definition. Walk forward in strength.